Howdy folks, welcome to episode 72. We're going to see if we can get all this stuff shunted today. And, you know, yeah, we've probably got, what, like 7 or 8 more episodes of shunting these 6 cars before we move on. Let's see if we can get this to... I got to be kind of careful because this is a really sharp corner. And the 2 in the front are empty. So, yeah, I gotta be careful about this. But we're going to go back this way. See if we can... I can barely hear it, so not too bad. All right. I've got this one wanting to climb on me. And do the... And she's doing like the, I'm going to sit on your chest such that, like, I'm going to slide down and claw you to death if you... Did it just... Oh, yeah, it did. Okay. I looked away. Okay, so we're going to put these... if we're re-railing these... Let me see. Where is Betsy? Where's our porter? Our porter's over here. So I'm thinking... I don't think it matters. And that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that it doesn't matter. Okay. So we're just going to re-rail these over to this track. And then we're going to re-rail this one over to this track. There we go. Okay. And then we'll let's go like this. Well, this kind of fixes our reversing problem, doesn't it? It's funny that the thing I was worried about is what actually happened. So, I mean, it's not like that was hard to predict, right? You don't have to be Gene Dixon to figure that one out. Oh, man. What an ancient reference. I don't even know where that came from. Don't even know. Just out of nowhere. Let's see. Now we can actually speed up. Because we don't need to go super slow. And then we're going to dump these on the... Yep, we're going to dump these on the whatchamacallit. 2 at a time. So we only got to do that thrice, right? And then we'll just do the same thing where we'll dump the empties over here. And then when we get done, we'll do the other 3 or 2 or whatever it was. Okay. So we're going to come in here. I mean, it's not like this is a sophisticated operation as far as, like, the timing or anything like that, you know? You don't have to be... There's no precise timing or anything like that involved in this. Okay, you pretty much just pull up to the thing and dump all the boards off. Alright. I know, I just call them boards. All the people that work at lumber yards are offended now. Okay. Let's see. So we need a total of 80, right? Oops. Let's go like this. We don't have to worry about that until we get to the very last car. I think we have a portion of the last car that doesn't want to be unloaded, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Go like this. All right. And then we're going to go forward. Here. We'll do this. And And then we want to get this one past the switch. Is that a rock underneath the switch there? I think it is. Just want to get it past this switch here. And break. Okay, so then I'm going to flip that switch. And then we're going to dump these back here. And we'll let it get past the foul here, just so we don't screw that up, right? Don't step on my mouse. Thank you. I'm going to step on your mouse button. Oh, man. I'm going to click things randomly. All right. Is it empty? Is it there? Now it's disconnected. Okay. And we want to do this just in case. And then it's going to be the second to last one when we go to put them all together. All right. Forward. And then, yeah, I'm not sure why the frame rate is all chunky right now. All right, and then, is it Chunky Monkey? Brass Monkey. All right. Apparently it's the 90s again, or the 80s, depending on whether you're talking about the Beastie Boys or Gene Dixon. Right? All right. All right. You know what? We're going to have to, yeah, we're going to have to unload some cars here. Let's see. We're going to have to get the other ones going, the cordwood cars, because we can't do this. See, that's 45. So if we unload this whole thing, the last one's going to be wasted. Okay. So we need to bring all the cordwood cars over here. And the question is, where are our cordwood cars? And we needed 18 of them, if I remember correctly. So, we have an engine over here where they are, don't we? We have the engine is over here, I think. That's just the Lima. I don't think the Lima is a big engine, is it? I don't think that's a decent engine. Can we get over there? Do we have a teleporter somewhere? Do we not have a teleporter? What, you know what I'm talking about. That. Let's go to this one. I like how you get in there and you're stuck. You start out stuck. There. It's like you teleport and you're like, ah! Okay. These. We're going to go like this. We're just going to use it, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. There we go. Because it was in the frozen desert. All right. Let's do this. Reverser. I think this is one that we were using that was fun. So, we'll see. And... Alright. Whoops. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to do this. We're going to flip switches so that we go this way. And you know what? We need to go this way so that we can back into these cars. And then we need to get the whatchamacallits out of there. So let's do that. Alright, let's go. Whoops. Forward. Yeah, this one goes. Alright. He's a goer, eh? Eh? Does he go? Eh? He asks it knowingly. Scarsdale, say no more. Alright. There. See, this is another one that we probably could circularize. Alright. I think 20 miles an hour is sufficient. I mean, if it falls off, it's only 2 cars to re-rail, so it's not that big of a deal, right? That's how the drivers acted. Totally. It's only 2 cars. Who cares if I derail? It'll be fine. Alright. We're going to come around here. And then we're going to slam on the brakes. You ready? Arrgh! Alright, and then we're going to come back this way. Okay, so what do we have for cars here? Let's go, let's get out and look. That's our goal. Alright, so it's these ones. We need to pull this whole thing off of this track here. Is this track long enough? No, it isn't. Okay, so this one needs to be extended too. Let's go like this. Get rid of this. See, I told you it's only going to take 6 or 7 more episodes. I don't know what you were worried about. Alright. We'll extend this piece of track here. It's a piece of something, isn't it? Alright. Apparently I'm full of them today. Okay. There. Let's get rid of this. That one's fine. Okay. So we're going to take all these cars here. Let's put the brakes on this one. And then we're going to cut this line. Interesting that they're moving. Oh, it's because I did the brakes. And then let's see what we have. Okay. And I think the brakes are just going to be on the front car here. Right? I'm still going to have to remove the brakes. I'm still going to have to remove those other ones because the, yeah, okay, that's good. Oh, you know what? We can put that, we can do another track here. Let's do that. Let's do that instead. That's way better. We'll make this one go parallel to this too. Right? Like that. And then we'll just clean it up. Instead of mushing the other ones together where they don't go. That one's fine. Got deco. Okay. Alright, cool. And we do have room on here. Alright, cool. Yeah, see, then we don't have to mess with those. We don't have to do the brakes on those and all that stuff. Okay, so this way. And then this way. Okay, yeah. And those are going to smush the ones back into the other ones, the cordwood cars, when we do this. Alright, reverser. I really wish those handles were bigger. It is in the middle, right? Yep, okay. Alright. We're going to go past this. Deplane. Deplane. Okay. Five. There we go. Okay. Alright. Now we got to go unlatch those again because I'm sure it smashed them into this one and relatched them. See? Is it done? Did it give up? Okay. Now, we're going to do this. We're going to go forward. There we go. Beautiful. All right. Okay. Now we can put all these on the other siding. And then we have to pick up some more cars. I think like 5 more cars. It was 46 into 800, right? So 50 goes into it 16 times. We have a remainder of 4 by 16 is 64, so that's 2 more cars. Yeah, that's 18. Okay. You guys do math like that, right? Yeah, everybody does that, right? Like when you multiply by 9, you just add a 0 at the end and then you subtract 1 times itself. I was shocked that they never taught that in school. I don't know, maybe they teach that now. The people that complain about the new math because they didn't, it's like, yeah. People complain about what they call new math. I didn't learn it that way, therefore it's wrong. No, it's not. It's not wrong. Okay. Like, one of the ways that people were complaining about is basically the way you make change. You know how, like, you know, something is $1.63 and somebody gives you a 10. You start at $1.63 and you give them 2 pennies. Now you got $1.65. You give them a dime. You know, you're collecting it in your hand, right? You got a dime. That's $1.75. They're a quarter. Now you got $2. And then you give them 3 more. That's $5. Somebody's got brakes on somewhere. And then you give them a 5, and now you got $10. How much did you give them? I don't know, but you did give them the correct change. And if you do that on paper, then you have the amount that you gave them. So what would that be? 25, 35, 37, 837. See? And you never had to carry. Because carrying is stupid. That's the worst part, is like the people that are mad at new math, like, think that like doing long division and carrying things is like the way to go. You're doing it wrong. Okay. I had to learn it that way. Change is bad. All right. Anyway, let's see. And we liked it. Data Carvey, was that? Okay, let's see who has the brakes on. Yeah, okay. No, that works out. That works itself out. Okay. Go like this. All right, we're going to go forward. See, the trick is to do that with the brake. Whoops. You do that with the brake on so that it can't... I think I've discussed this before, so that it can't accidentally, you know, scooch backwards. It's like when you're taking off on a hill with a stick shift. Okay, so we need to swap to that one and then get these cars. Okay, we're good now. All right, reverse. That's a real adventure if you've ever driven a stick. And if you got the handbrake, you can actually use the handbrake for that. But I had a car that didn't have the handbrake. And so you basically had like your toes your toes on one pedal and your heel on the other pedal of the same foot between the brake and the clutch, and then you're like letting out the clutch and the brake kind of at the same time. Well, holding the brake more but letting the clutch out so that you're kind of pushing through the brakes, and then you let the brake out. Now you're going. I'm sure that's really good for both your brakes and your clutch when you do that. All right. Can't imagine why my first car didn't last very long. Okay. Yeah, we're good. We're under 5. Okay. All right, so we're going to hit... Whoops. Brake 0. How about let's put the brakes on this so that it doesn't so that it doesn't run off the track. Okay, so that was 0 0 0 0 0 0. I mean, we're on a siding here. We might as well put buy our new cars and put them on here. That's nice. 0. I'm just gonna make sure because I don't want them dragging halfway down the thing like we did the one time. That one time. Ooh, we even have some cordwood here. Okay, so we need to add how many cars? We've got, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's go like this. That's the tender. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we need 5 more cars. I don't know that we're going to be able to... Yeah, we can fit 5 cars on there. Because that isn't longer than that. Okay. So like this. And we're going to buy cordwood cars. Let's see where they are. I know I keep calling them. They're bulkheads. Yeah. There we go. And let's see. What colors do we have? We're just going to do that. And we're going to order 5. Really wish you could get them in random colors. I know, I say that every single time. Would you let me fly? Thank you. Okay. We're going to re-rail this. And take off the brakes. Where did it put the other 4? Where did it even put the other 4 of them? Oh, they're... Nice. All right. Let's go like this. I think I want to make my own game of this genre. I've discovered that I like games where, and I think the first one was Elite, but games where you basically just you go to a place and you buy stuff and you carry it to another place. You know, it's the cargo hauling. Buy cargo and haul it. I don't know what they call it, trading, whatever. Trading games. But yeah, Elite was that. I mean, that was, I remember that was the real appeal of Elite, was one, that it was a piloting game, because I like actually piloting things as opposed to like you click on a destination and it just goes there, where you have to, you know, use controls to, and it's not like straightforward controls, you know, like running this engine is kind of like that. It's not very difficult, but it allows you, you're piloting it, it allows you the opportunity to screw up, even if it's really hard and you have to be really stupid to screw up, it still offers you the opportunity to screw up, to drive it wrong, you know what I mean? And Elite was like that. And the really fun thing in Elite, anybody who played it, I'm not talking about Elite Dangerous, I don't know if that game is anything like it or not, but the original Elite, I even have the book right here. I'll grab it in a second once we hit our brakes here. The original Elite, I had it on the Commodore 64. It was on all kinds of old 8-bit computers. Hold on. Check this out. Oh, this was Elite Plus. This is a newer one that I got for the PC. Okay. I forgot they made Elite Plus. Anyway, yeah, there was Elite, and you like flew around, you fly around space, and you know, you go to different systems, and they have agricultural and industrial and stuff like that. And so it's like you go to the ones where food is cheap and you buy food and you bring a cargo hold full of food to the here. Let's go forward. Where do we need to go to now? Let's get navigated here. Navigated. That's a word. Oh yeah. Okay, we're good. So yeah, we just need to go down here, through here, through this, around this. Should we go around this way? Since the other side was the one that was really sharp and was knocking us off the track and everything. And then we turn here, and we go here. Are the barrels in the way? I don't think they are. And then we can just come up here. Yeah, and then we can go right past the... Okay, so we do need to get these out of here. We need to get something out of the way here. Okay. We're going to have to do a little bit of shunting here, but we can at least get that train over there. So let's do that. All right. Forward. Let's make sure we've got them all. Yay. Wow. It's actually... I don't know if this one is just loud enough or what, but yeah, that's cool. But yeah, we could actually hear it. Hopefully we don't hit these cars. It's so close. We're really cutting that close. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them doinks over to the side and you know, go like this. Doink, that's definitely a word. No, so anyway, in Elite, yeah, you did that, and the other thing that was really cool with it was docking. Anybody that played that, the docking was really cool because your controls on your ship were like up, down, and then twist. Those were your control. You couldn't yaw. You could only roll and pitch, right? And the space station was the space station had it was like a rotating, and it had a rectangle in the front, and you had to line up with the rectangle, and so you basically had to rotate as the ship, as the space station rotates in order to dock with it and fly into it. And the trick is that if you're not in a straight line, like if you're off center from the if you're off center from the station, you know, the line of the hole or whatever, you're not lined up with it. It's basically it starts doing this as you're twisting, you know, because you're not twisting along the axis or whatever. And so you had to get out, like way out in to a distance, and then like kind of turn around and make the turn right at the right time to get lined up with it, and then kind of adjust, and it was really cool because it required skill. And then if you got sick of it, or if you were just really terrible at it, you could spend your money on a docking computer and it would do it for you. Which, you know, it depended on the system. If you had a system like, if you were getting attacked by pirates, because that was the other thing that was fun about it, was it was kind of like, so it was this kind of thing where you didn't open industries or anything like that, but you brought things from one place to another to make money, and then you used that money to upgrade your ship and stuff. But the thing was, you also had like pirates who were trying to take who would kill you and take your cargo. And this was back before, like, this was back before, I'm pretty sure this was back before the days where, no, I think they did have a, if you got killed, you had to buy a new ship or something like that. I think it was. I think you just lost a bunch of money when you got killed. I think when your ship blew up. But yeah, and the other thing was you could kill pirates and they would drop cargo. And so you could actually make a living, like, after you got good enough anyway, you could make a living, you know, taking out pirates and stuff. So that was kind of cool too. But yeah, that was Elite. And I think it would be fun to make a game kind of like that with the train thing, but with like a higher speed, higher tech type train. All the other train games I've seen are either like really hardcore simulator, that's all about the train simulator type thing, or it's the hardcore like management. You're not actually really driving the train so much as you're just deciding which train. It's the logistics thing. You know, you're doing a spreadsheet. You're doing the what's that called? Postman problem. What is that one called? But the one, you know, the one where you have a bunch of delivery stops and you have to find like the shortest route, or you try to find, because obviously it's not a solve. But anyway, point is, I think a game like that would be pretty fun with a higher tech and just some other stuff like you know, like I said, you have to be able to screw up, because I enjoy the piloting aspect of it, but it would be kind of cool if you had like more fun ways of loading your cargo and more fun ways of fixing your screw ups. So, and I think I'm working on several game projects right now, and we'll see which one goes. Every time I hit something that I don't want to continue on in one project, and I'll just switch over to the next one and start solving a problem, because that way you know how when you're trying to solve a problem and you can't see the solution, and then you step away from it and you come back fresh later and it's like, oh duh, why didn't I think of that? You know, you could have spent like 6 months banging your head against the problem, and as soon as you let go of the problem and like start fresh, that's when it you know occurs to you. Anyway, I think we're pretty much there. Yeah, I think we're pretty much out of time here too. So I think we're going to get to the next station here, and then we'll figure out what all we got to do. Because we just need to get these up to here. Yeah, we can back these onto here for now. Okay, we'll figure that out. And then the other engine is over there. It's kind of a problem. I don't know. We'll get this one up to the thing, and then we'll figure it out. We'll do that next episode. So let's just get over there. See how fast we can go. See, this one is more powerful, isn't it? Maybe we need to run this one for a while, because the other one wasn't going up to like 27. Was it? Looks like we're going about 27, 28. I'm surprised. Is this one louder, or does it just have a different distance for the sound? Because remember the other one, you go back like this many cars, you go back like 7 or 8 cars and you can't even hear the engine anymore. I don't know. Maybe I couldn't hear it because my speakers are louder this time. It's always a possibility. With me, you never know. Alright. Anyway, yeah, I think that's going to be it for episode 72. Join me in episode 73. I'm just going to coast to a stop here. Join me in episode 73. We will get the other stuff shunted in, and we'll get this, we'll get this moving. We'll get these over to the other side, and then do our thing. So yeah, join me in episode 72, and maybe we'll get all these oil things loaded up, and we'll see you then. Later.